It's still a little bit out there, like, woo, little science fiction. But when we see it in action, people are more encouraged about where we're going.
Hitchless towing is a very interesting new concept that is a pair of vehicles where the rear vehicle acts somewhat like an autonomous vehicle, but it would basically allows the two vehicles to play follow the leader. So the lead vehicle would be driven by a human. The follow vehicle would naturally follow it behind as a trailer would, but there would be no physical connection.
The idea for hitchless towing actually came from one of our team members who submitted the idea through an innovation system we call HYPE. And this idea was judged to be a key priority, and so we were able to allocate the funding and resources to make it happen.
So our group helps to administer the so-called NA funding to facilitate exactly this type of project, a proof of concept that may be more specific to the North American market that we feel can bring value to our customers here in North America.
With regional funding, we now have an opportunity to work hard to identify the technologies that are going to add value to the North American customer and hopefully add revenues and profits for North American Toyota.
The more innovation, the more thinking, the more brainstorming, the more trial and error even, is getting us closer and closer to some of the most amazing mobility products ever.
And we basically, over the last year, have gone from just an idea that was done in simulation to an operational two-vehicle system. Now, it's still in the fairly early stage. We're still keeping the distance fairly far apart, but over the next year or so, we plan to potentially trying it on, say, a highway setting or light urban traffic to see how it would perform in that situation.
Many people have said, is it viable? Is it a real product for the market? And or is the market asking for it? In this case, I don't think the market's necessarily asking for it yet. But sometimes our company's so good as we answer a question or a need before it's asked.
There's been a lot of excitement around this project, and we've had, even folks from different parts of R&D coming, almost offering their services. They're like, I want to work on this project.
I think it's not just about hitchless towing. It's about the thinking around hitchless towing and how we're innovating to stay ahead of the industry.
Well, when Akio Toyota set the direction for us to transition to a mobility company, he challenged us to find better ways to move people, goods, or even information, whether it's across the country, across the town, or across the room. And hitchless towing to me is getting us closer to our vision of being a mobility company.